I'll ask the next question.
Mhm.
What happens when women don't design our lives and we just react to whatever gets thrown at us?
I would start if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Kim. So, what I see a lot for women, and that was me before I turned 45, it's when we don't design our own lives, we become almost like a shadow of ourselves, right? We adapt to whatever life, dictate to us. It's a bit what I was saying earlier, and we confess that it's fine. You will ask a lot of women, how are you? I'm fine, fine, fine. But she's struggling over life and everything and everyone, because as women, we look after everyone but ourselves. And then one day you wake up and you realize years have passed and you're surviving, not living, right? And then you bitter and you resentful, and was my experience, guys. Before deciding at 45, like, I'm traveling, I want to do that trip, because my husband has traveled his entire life as a consultant, so now he doesn't want to go anywhere, and I can't
Mhm.
blame him. So I was so resentful against him because I want to go somewhere, but he doesn't want to go there because he's done that already.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
one day I'm like, what keeps you from going by yourself? You know? And he encouraged me as well to do the things that I want to do. So yeah, when women don't step into their life, instead of going on autopilot and handling the world on their back and not doing anything for them, burnout will come. They shrink their dreams,
Mhm.
um, they delay their desire, they put themselves last all the time. And we always tell ourselves, oh, later we'll do it when the kids will be big, when things will come down, when I have more money, when I have time, permission. We have an excuse for everything. Guys, my youngest, she's my niece, but it's like my daughter, my sister, because we grew up together. When she was so young, she just had a kid and she's like, it's about me. I love my kid, but it's gonna be. I thought she was so selfish. Then I thought she was so selfish. And she was calling my kid precious, my daughter precious, because I was like that mom, like,
Mm.
overprotective mom. And I was like, she's a bad mom. I'm I was so wrong. She understood that before 30. It took me like being 45 to understand that I was doing a disservice to me and to my family.
For me, I think when we don't design our lives, we basically keep ourselves stuck. I'm just going to live every day. I'm just going to let life happen to me. I'm just going to just be whatever. And then we live in misery. We live in complete misery because every single year it's the same shit, same bullshit people around you, same annoying friends, same toxic job, same toxic partner, and we are literally not doing anything. And that keeps us stuck, but that also keeps us from moving forward. So there's no path forward. I feel like, I don't know, it's like a real prison that we put ourselves in
Mhm.
if we don't recognize, listen, I need a change. But change starts with you. So that
Right.
takes a very strong person to change, to decide that you need to change. And it's not everybody else around you, but it starts with you. Because for me, like I was like, why am I in this toxic, horrible relationship with this man? Like, why can't I get out of it? But I couldn't get out of it because I needed to change. I needed to get stronger in me. I needed to know that I want to get away from it,
Mhm.
because until the day, which I did a video that I have planned forward, um, where I was talking about, the only way that I was able to manifest getting away from my ex was came after the day I asked. I said, God, just get me out of this. Find me somewhere to go because I can't stay in this house with this man anymore. You
Mhm.
know, um, and it came after, but not until I asked for it.
Hmm.
We go through life thinking that somebody owes us something. Nobody ain't owe you shit. Not even God. God ain't owe you shit.
Mhm.
We gotta get in the space where we say enough is enough, and this is what I want. It's like what, you know,
Mhm.
what, for example, like you Jazz, you decide like, I'm traveling, children, husband, what? I'm traveling. And Vicky, you're like, I'm planning for my old age. So I'm changing my house, I'm getting these rails, you know, like you're doing all your
Mhm.
different things. Um, and you're literally unapologetically planning. Yeah, every week on your channel. And Jazz, when she talks about traveling, like we're like the other day she went France. You went France the other day. We were like, how did she get in France? I thought she was in England. You know, we were literally like laughing at that.
That plane landed from Africa and like in 24 hours she was in France. We're like, wait a minute, I can't keep up with her.
You know, but that's what we as women need to do. You know, decide what's important to us and
Yeah.
go after it. Stop waiting for permission to do things. We don't need permission. And what it was your niece? Your niece, let me tell you, she had it really good because
Yeah.
a lot of women put their children is oh, you know, everything's the children
Mhm.
first. But we gotta be first before anybody else. And people might say that that's selfish, but that's common sense. Because if you don't take care of you, you can't take full care of the people around you that you love.
Mhm.
Like simple.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that. That's what
Yeah.
they tell us in the plane, right? Put the mask first before
Yes.
helping
Yeah.
with a new baby. Because if you're
Mhm.
dead, you can't help anyone, right?
Correct.
So absolutely. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and I know it's a product of how we grew up, with the parents who were either silent generation or baby boomers
Mm,
raised by silent generation, where women, you can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, you get to do it all. Oh, and by the way, that is exactly what is expected of you. There are no
mm,
kudos for it's not extra credit in any way, shape, or form. There's no overtime.
Mhm.
You put in the overtime, you ain't getting no more pay. And I was raised that way. I was raised just buckle up, just do it all. You can do it all. Oh, and by the way, when you think you're out of time, there is a lot more time left still. You can sleep less. What I found myself doing a lot was doing all of that to keep the peace. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to upset my mom who's sickly. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to upset my dad who's sickly. I'm going to do it so I don't upset my brothers and sisters, so that we don't upset our parents. Okay, I'm going to go to school, and this is going to sound really bad, but I was one of a few people of my color. I went to magnet schools and I
Mhm.
stayed quiet so that I wouldn't stand out. And over
oh,
time, that just really ate at me. And it got to the point where it even blew up in our marriage, because I kid you not, the marriage advice that I got was, one, he didn't have to know when he's wrong. You can keep it to yourself. And two, every time I try to have a serious conversation with my mother, she would look at me and go, "What did you do?" Like, never was,
Yeah.
what did he do? And so, corporate life, marriage life, I never ever put myself first. I get laid off. I'm going to retire. I still don't put myself first. I put mother in law first. I help other family members first. And 2026, that is changing, because when we don't design our lives, we live everybody else's.
I love that. That's good. 2026 is our year,
Yeah.
guy.
I felt
And
like if confetti just went off and she just said that.
yeah, exactly. Because yeah, and every single year we need to renew that vow to
Yes.
ourselves. You know, every single year need to be that best life of ours where we put us first.